Good morning. You're watching Newsx and I'm Savri Jindala. Top focus this hour, developments that are taking place where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Cyprus. This is his first visit of the Indian Prime Minister to the island nation in over 2 decades. The key objective of this visit is to reaffirm the shared commitment India and Cyprus to deepen bilateral ties and strengthen India's engagement with the Mediterranean region and the European Union. Remember, Cyprus is set to hold the rotating presidency of EU Council in 2026. Additionally, Cyprus is a key player in Eastern Mediterranean natural gas exploration, and its strategic location makes it a potential hub for the IMEEC. The steadfast ally of India, Cyprus supports our candidature as a permanent member of UNSC and also backs India within the Nuclear Suppliers Group and IAEA. That's not all. Cyprus extended support to India during Operation Sindoor. Meanwhile, India has consistently endorsed the solution of the Cyprus issue based on UNSC resolutions. India rejects the legitimacy of the so-called Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus and supports a bi-zonal, bi-communal federation based on UN resolutions for Cyprus. Therefore, this visit by the Prime Minister is not just to advance India's Mediterranean strategy, but also a clear message to Erdogan, who openly backed Pakistan earlier. Breaking news are coming in at this point of time, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Cyprus and he's receiving a warm welcome in what is a first visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Cyprus in over 2 decades. The Prime Minister was received by officials upon his arrival in the capital city of Nicosia. Taking to X, PM Modi also expressed gratitude to Cyprus President Nikolaos Christodoulias to the special gesture as the president welcomed him at the airport. This is the first leg of the Prime Minister's 3-nation tour, which also includes a stop in Canada for the G-7 Summit as well as Croatia. Joining us at this point in time are very special guests. We have with us Ambassador Suresh Goyal, former diplomat, Sumit Peer, senior political commentator, Mr. Surinder Singh Lali, foreign affairs expert, also join us on the broadcast. A very good morning to all of you, and thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to us on Newsx. Let me start off this conversation with Ambassador Suresh Goyal. Sir, what do you make of the Prime Minister's visit to Cyprus? Why is it so crucial? Do we have Ambassador Goyal with us on the broadcast?
I think I'm there. I can see myself.
Absolutely, sir. Now we can hear you. I wanted to ask you, sir, the Prime Minister's visit to Cyprus, what makes it so significant? What makes it so special?
I'm sorry, I will not be able to speak on that really in great detail. I'm not prepared for it. If you want, give me 5 minutes. I will have to just think about it.
Okay, all right. Let's go to Mr. Lali then in that case. Of course, the Prime Minister has now arrived. A warm welcome there at the airport. What do you make of the developments that are taking place? Why is Cyprus important to India and vice versa?
Thank you, Savri. I think Cyprus is extremely important because, in Operation Sindoor, if you see, to a great extent, not as much as did China, sort of come out of the closet, but so did Turkey. The gloves were off right from, Turkey helping Pakistan with all sorts of helps, and so much so that there were 2 Turkish engineers too who were allegedly died. So I think for us, despite a part of our global outreach, it's very important for us to also, tap the right, doors, because we have to create our sense of lobby and place in the world too. And in diplomacy, sometimes it's very important not only just to know what not to do, but also what to do. So I believe Cyprus can be a great gateway for us, in that part of the world to create our space in the new, which I often say, global, Cold War 2.0, where there are, different lobbies being created, with China being head of one and America the other. I always say that American financial supremacy is definitely there, but American hegemony is up for revision. And Donald Trump has further expedited that process of even polarizing the world even more, the way, he left his NATO partners high and dry. So I think Cyprus and the Prime Minister made a fantastic, diplomatic move in going, not only in terms of creating more heft for us, the United Nations, for our permanent seat, but also, teaming up with the right people in order to negate some of the negative lobby and the wrong noises that especially Turkey has been making in terms of coming out and overtly supporting Pakistan. Thank you, Sabri.
Right, right, sir. Ambassador Gold, yeah, we'll come to you, sir. Again, I just want to ask you, sir, about Cyprus. What makes it so special?
Sabri, as said earlier, in the recent context, in the particular context of Operation Sindoor and Turkey's support to Pakistan during that operation, clearly Cyprus, which has got a great deal of rivalry and contest going on with Turkey because of the territorial issues, and Turkey has been basically again in opposition to Cyprus in Europe for the territory for a long time. But I think beyond Operation Sindoor, we also need to look at the long-term relationship with Cyprus. Cyprus has, in fact, if you look at the record of Cyprus support to India, as against Turkey, which has always taken positions against India in the OIC, Cyprus has invariably supported India for its global aspirations, so to say, like in the case of permanent membership of the Security Council, in terms of our own membership of the Nuclear Suppliers Group, supported us in the International Atomic Energy Agency. So basically, if you look at all the important international issues where India has a stake, Cyprus has been always with us. Number two, the Christian community in Cyprus is very closely aligned with our own Christian community in Kerala and towards in the south of India. In Goa, particularly, also Orthodox Christians, and they are very, very closely aligned. And therefore, there is a great deal of harmony and commonality between India and Cyprus, both politically and economically. Of course, we have good deal of trade. There are students in Cyprus. Cyprus is a kind of a gateway for many of the Indians to go to Europe. Cyprus is a member of the European Union. So in that sense, the relationship with Cyprus is of a very durable and very, I would say, significant nature for our own global aspirations, including in the area of permanent membership of Security Council and the nuclear program. Asabari.